And good morning from Frisco, Texas. I'm Matt Peterson with the former MLS veteran Michael Lahoud. This is a great matchup here this morning.
It's incredible to see two of the top teams go head-to-head, and this is what this tournament's all about. The best for Major League Soccer taking on the best from around the world.
Let's set up the format for you. It's 10 groups of 4, the 10 group winners, plus the 6 best second-place finishers advance to the quarterfinals. This is day 2 in the group stage. Both these teams won yesterday.
And these are two heralded teams, and talking to some scouts from around the tournament, they said this is the marquee matchup so far in the group stages.
Let's look at the standings in Group J. San Jose took down Nashville by a 2-0 scoreline yesterday, and River Plate in the first game took down DC United 2-1. So both teams on 3 points. DC United, Nashville work to do, but the winner today will stake claim atop Group J.
And these are the games where it's all about you start differentiating yourself from your opponents and see who can get top seed, and then you go from there.
Let's look at the starting lineups now. First for San Jose under veteran head coach Dan DeGeer. Memo Ochoa, he's a Earthquakes homegrown, bringing experience to the San Jose team.
And there's a lot of other youth internationals in the San Jose group. I think of a Cruz Medina, who started this tournament very well. Look for him to be a catalyst out of midfield for the Earthquakes.
Meanwhile, for River Plate under head coach Juan Borelli, a few to watch. Among them, the number 10, Agustin Huerna, and then number 7, Joaquin Flores.
And Huerna, he's the diamond for this River Plate team. Argentinian teams, they typically have very solid number 10s. He's no different. He's one of the many.
Perfect conditions here, a bit windy, but gorgeous weather. Late morning in Frisco, Texas, 76 degrees. River Plate in the red and white vertical stripes. San Jose in the white uniforms. Should be a great matchup here today, Michael. 30-minute halves to try to manage the busy schedule as these teams will play on 3 straight days in group stage.
I wish it was 45 with some of the talent we have on the field today.
Here we go from Frisco, Texas, and look at the start from River Plate right up the middle. You don't know what to expect, but they really wanted to start out on the front foot.
And that's a key part of their game, being aggressive. When typically you play against international teams, especially from South America, they really go from 0 to 5th gear.
Well, the wind is at the backs of San Jose in this first half. River Plate not deterred, attacking into the wind as both teams try to get the early initiative. River Plate yesterday high pressing its way to its opening goal. Very good press from Alexis Gonzalez, the number 9. They are in for a shot. Touched by Ochoa. May have been going wide anyway. He took no chance. Good work from the San Jose homegrown Emi Ochoa.
That's a difficult ball, especially early on in the game. When you're a goalkeeper, you want to make your first save count. And River Plate doing well. Third man running, and that excellent first touch. And when he gets it out on his feet, Ochoa takes no chances, parries it wide.
River Plate, the aggressors in the early stages. They've earned a corner kick inside 2 minutes. Now the front 3 for River Plate. Agustin Huerna, he's the number 10. Alexis Gonzalez on the left wing, he's the number 9. And then Joaquin Flores. Agustin Huerna will deliver this corner kick. Headed down and in, an opening goal for River Plate from a corner kick. And it's Alexis Gonzalez. Frustration for San Jose. Emi Ochoa talking to his defenders.
This is not the type of start that San Jose wanted. Set pieces, you have to be dialed in on the details. Excellently whipped in, outswinger, and I think just a mistimed jump from the San Jose defender. Gonzalez says, thank you very much. Thumps the header down in the ground and in the back of the net.
A bright start for the Argentines. Throw in far side for San Jose. So Michael Lahoud, how can San Jose respond down 1-0 inside 2 minutes?
I think this is where you have to maintain your composure, especially in midfield. Let the ball do the work. You can't panic. And really, this is where you start high pressing and react. Defensive plays, especially off the press, can get you back in games, especially early on.
San Jose has been in high-scoring games as of like 2 weeks ago in MLS Next play at the academy level against LAFC. They lost 4-3. So they can play in high-scoring game. They prefer a low-scoring game against River Plate, but they'll need at least one this morning. Good tempo already from the Argentines. Encinas. And it's just wide. Good testing shot from Alexis Gonzalez. River Plate not resting on its 1-goal lead.
And San Jose have to be careful. River Plate doing an excellent job overloading with players out wide. This is where if you're the Earthquake, you have to get out of your bunker. You cannot be afraid of this River Plate team. They're very skilled and technical in possession. You have to step up and start pressing.
We saw it yesterday. DC United struggled against the River Plate attack and high press. River Plate took a 2-0 lead. A second-half goal late on from DC United made it 2-1. The River Plate still enough to win.
And oftentimes when you play some of these storied clubs like a River Plate, some of the other teams in this competition that come in from all around the world, sometimes you can be awestruck and you give them a bit too much respect. This River Plate team is very talented, but after a while when a goal goes in and you get your legs underneath you, then you start getting in the game, and all it takes is for one solid chance from San Jose to gain that confidence back.
Space on this left side. Lissandro Bahu wears number 3. Dynamic left back, really impressed yesterday against DC United. Here comes San Jose. Throw into Fidel Barajas. Touchback to Emi Ochoa. Ochoa very confident, facing the pressure and cool as a customer.
Cool as you like from him. You know, just when you think it's a dodgy moment, that's what you love. You need to see that from a modern goalkeeper, the evolution of goalkeeping.
On this right side, Fidel Barajas. Some contact, he stays on his feet. Pulls it back, Oscar Verhoeven. Whipped in ball, headed out. Verhoeven hustling for the second ball. Free kick here. 3-3 formation, 4-3-3 formation for San Jose Earthquakes. For head coach Dan DeGear, and there's a lot of continuity, Michael, with this group. He's been coaching these players for about 5 years, beginning with the U13, U14 level.
And it starts with the player on the ball, Cruz Medina. When you're playing a 4-3-3, especially with a special attacking talent like that, I'd like to see him further up the field. I know it's so tempting when you're a young player to want to come back deep to get the ball, but he needs to stay closer to the front three to be a factor.
There is Alexis Gonzalez on the ball. The goal scorer was Jonas Luna, the number 8. So Luna, the goal scorer, on the 2nd minute corner kick delivered by Encinas. The set piece is, interestingly, Michael, such a big part of the game. Close to 40% of all goals scored in professional football are from set pieces. We haven't seen too many today. I think the wind has affected set pieces and free kicks at this tournament, but that was an old-fashioned set piece goal from River Plate.
And it really comes off an error from San Jose. The center back mistimes his jump. And when you play against...
Here's Barajas. Central. And the first pass does not come off. Finish your point about set pieces and defending.
And really for San Jose, it stems from just focus. When you're a defender and center back, you have to time your jump, especially early on. You want to be solid, make contact with the ball. And in this win, you have to be that much more dialed in. San Jose didn't do that. River Plate says thank you very much. And really, it was a solid goal. It's so difficult when the defender jumps in front of you to still keep your focus and then punch that ball in the ground.
Direct ball from River Plate. Here's Barajas. And let's welcome the third member of our team, David Goss. David, what do you have for us?
Hey, Matt, obviously tough start for this San Jose group. A lot of excitement around this squad, as you guys have talked about.
1 second, David. Here's the ball in the box. It's centered and dealt with well. Continue your thought, David.
So a lot of first-team staff here today, and sitting on the bench is the all-time leading goal scorer in MLS history, Chris Wondolowski. He's taken on a special role dealing with what they consider the high ID players, the players that they believe have that professional future. He's sort of working with them both in a soccer and a non-soccer spot as a mentor. And so he's come down for the full week to be with this group and help these young players in this high-pressure moment. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. We'll have reports from you all morning. Chris Wondolowski, a former rival of yours in MLS, and I asked him this morning, you enjoying coaching so far? And he said yes.
Oh, man, that's someone who I'm glad to see the back of his shirt. But he had one heck of a career. I remember just his development, seeing him play for the Houston Dynamo and then come back home to Northern California, and just one of the wonder stories of Major League Soccer.
Yeah, great depth at Houston Dynamo as he was coming off the bench. Another corner kick coming for River Plate. Lighting up reserve games Saturday and Sunday mornings. Traded back to San Jose, and the rest is history.
It just goes to show you, you never know who's watching, and no game is wasted, especially if you're a young player. Those reserve games, remember as a player, those were the hardest things to get up for, especially if you didn't get many minutes in the first team game. But the game has evolved, and it's tournaments like this that are so important to your development.
Another corner kick. This is how River Plate scored its opening goal with Jonas Luna, the number 8. Low delivery that time, headed clear. Shot through traffic, takes a deflection. San Jose has time to clear. The win taking that all the way back to Mateo Rashia, the goalkeeper. Rashia, the goalkeeper, back four of Campos, Evangelista, Young, and Bahu from right to left. A 4-4-2 formation. Agustin Buierna sits underneath Flores and Gonzalez, the front two. What have you seen from San Jose, unable to find a rhythm so far through 11 minutes?
I think it's really this disconnect between their leading striker and the rest of the team. They're pinned in their half, and they're really chasing shadows. It's so difficult when you're behind a goal and you're thinking, okay, I've got to go and I've got to press, and you go on your own. You have to time when you leave, and the rest of the team has to come with.
One in midfield. That's Medina. Wide here, Fidel Barajas. Barajas, a 2006 player, several 06 players for San Jose on the field right now. Well-timed step that time. Thomas Young, the center back, coming out at the right side.
That's better from Cruz Medina. Poor turnover, but better from Cruz Medina there, staying higher up the field and getting in pockets.
Wonderful from Alexis Gonzalez. A little nutmeg, and he gets past his man, but then he lost it. River Plate team so good in transition with Gonzalez and Flores on the wings. Excellent here. 3 versus 3 for San Jose. Cross is dealt with well. Nice work from the goalkeeper, Mateo Rashia. One of the first warning shots on the far side of the fields for San Jose.
And when you're an attacker and you see your winger get to the byline, it's excellently done from the San Jose winger. As soon as you get to the byline, there has to be better movement. Way too stagnant from the Earthquakes. I'd like to see someone make the near post run, and then another player either go far or cut back to the penalty spot.
River Plate slowing the game down. It was Martin Quende Jr. with the good run up the left side. Bad turnover here. The goalkeeper's off his line. Barajas did not try to go for goal. Instead, he works it wide. There's a long cross. Quende Jr.'s header is knocked down and just wide. Two good chances for San Jose. And now the Earthquakes have a corner kick.
It's much better from San Jose. Reacting defensively. And as I said before, when you're down, when you're not playing your best soccer, it's defensive reactions that can get you back in the game. And Quende Jr. doing well to knock the ball down, but just can't steer it to that far post.
Corner kick coming for San Jose. Sent to the back post and overhit. Let's go back to the turnover from the goalkeeper, Mateo Rashia. Poor clearance. Did you think that Fidel Barajas should have gone for goal?
I think so, but then again, that's why he's playing in the back line. Now, if that's a midfielder or a striker, then absolutely go for goal. But I think he does well to then get to the byline and serve in a ball. And River Plate, they were backpedaling. And San Jose, what I loved about that play is they had numbers in the box. The first time we've seen them have more numbers in the box than River Plate.
Here's Mateo Rashia, the River Plate coaching staff. Juan Borelli very displeased with his goalkeeper. That's the toughest part for a goalkeeper coach, right, Michael? When the goalkeeper makes an error like that, the long stare from the head coach. Foul call. That was Medina nearly winning it in an advantageous position, but a free kick now to River Plate.
And from that play, you start seeing San Jose build more confidence, getting more aggressive. Look at their high line. They're stepping up, they're staying more connected, and players like Medina are getting more aggressive. Reading defensive miscues from goalkeepers, that builds your team's confidence, and it's a domino effect.
Well, we saw it yesterday with LAFC, Michael. The coaching staff for LAFC said, do not play the back pass to the goalkeeper. It's a common concept in modern football. Use your goalkeeper, but with the win today and the direct nature of most teams, I think the back pass is not as popular here this week.
And when you're here in Frisco, Texas, the wind is always a factor. Remember that from playing games against FC Dallas. And remember learning that the hard way as a rookie, playing the ball back and then seeing the ball go in the back of the net.
Honest man, Michael Lahoud.
I'll tell you more about the goals I scored.
Of course. We got 60 minutes to go over that. San Jose growing in the game. They concede inside 2 minutes. Jonas Luna, great header from a corner kick to give River Plate the lead, but San Jose finding its footing. More and more comfortable with every minute.
That's excellent work. When you win the ball, especially off a talented team like River Plate, sometimes you get a rush of blood to the head, but those are the moments where you just need to keep it simple and connect.
Great kick given. Wonderful work from the left side. It's Cruz Medina earning the free kick. And we can see how San Jose wants to play. They want to get it wide to their danger man.
And get him isolated as well. Sometimes when the space is not in the middle of the park, you have to drift out wide, and he'll have a free roll to get on the ball. But make no mistake about it, River Plate are locked in on him because he's a danger man for San Jose, and he'll take his lumps.
Free kick here. Nico Shakira is number 30. He's the left-footed option. Big boys get forward for San Jose. Queuing up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Here's a delivery. Too far. Mateo Rashia handles it. And again, Michael, it's day 2 for these guys playing in Frisco, but still adjusting to the wind.
You see it on that play. When you have free kicks and you serve in the wind, you have to hit kind of more whipped-in balls and kind of take a little bit off of it. If you put too much on it, it'll always sail to the goalkeeper's hands, and easy pickings for the goalkeeper.
San Jose holding out of the back with Emi Ochoa, the homegrown goalkeeper. Inviting the pressure. Look how San Jose can play through this press.
It's excellently done. Ooh.
Spoke too soon.
Commentators curse. This is what I was going to say. Excellently done from San Jose. Knowing that River Plate are going to press, you bait the front 2 and really the front 3 to come at you, and then you create 2v1s, but you have to keep your composure and connect the next pass, the next line of possession.
Throw it on this near side. Had a good chat with the head coach, Dan DeGeer, yesterday about San Jose's game model. River Plate pushing forward. They've worked this left side more than the right. He said, in possession, we want to dictate rhythm. With good positional shape and structure, we want players in the gaps. We want to get in behind the opposition when the moment is correct. In transition, we try to apply pressure as soon as possible. They're going to press high with an organized press. That is the game model for San Jose under head coach Dan DeGeer.
And of those things, I think they've grown into every single category except one. I've seen 0 runs in behind from San Jose Earthquake. When you play against a high line of River Plate, and they're going to throw numbers forward, you keep them honest, especially with your front 3, and you have pace on the left-hand side, start running in behind, it'll stretch their back line, and then gaps start opening up underneath for Medina.
Another corner kick coming for River Plate. They scored from this exact corner in the 2nd minute. Jonas Luna rising among the San Jose defenders. Augustin Wierna, he had the assist on the opener. He'll deliver this here in the 19th minute. Ochoa was a bit late. It's alive for River Plate. And the flag came up either for a foul or offside, but Emi Ochoa slightly hesitant there.
It's the 2nd time we've seen him hesitate from a corner kick and a set piece. And at the last second, that ball was floating, and then the wind just takes it zipping across his hands. So difficult to do. And how you remedy that? You get your team organized. You have one of your midfielders. You take him in, especially at half, and you say, hey, guys, remember the wind. Let's start navigating that, and someone take responsibility.
Good space on this right side. Good work from River Plate. The Argentines have won it. Wierna trying to dance through 3. Good pressure here. Good physicality from San Jose. Nico Shakira lost it eventually, but if you're going to beat River Plate, you have to have plays like that.
It's really second balls and next play mentality against this River Plate team, doing well to shut down their attacking midfielder, and then reactions. Now that's against foreign teams. I think a lot of American teams, what they have in their back pocket, reactions.
How about that ball from Emi Ochoa from his own goal, right on the chest of the midfielder for San Jose, right in front of the 4th official.
I'll take it in my 5v2 team any day of the week.
Absolutely. Good here from River Plate, but good tracking back that time. Hustling to get in position. Martin Quende Jr., if not, it was a chance for Alexis Gonzalez.
We've seen that from River Plate. That type of passing, interchangeable, dynamic movement. And it starts with Wierna getting in the pockets underneath and then looking for Flores or one of the other runners up top. San Jose have to be careful. And it's plays like that when you have attacking players making honest work that keep you in games like this.
This is the 2022 Generation Adidas Cup Group J. Both teams on 3 points after wins yesterday. River Plate leads 1-0. A goal from Jonas Luna on a corner kick in the 8th minute. Matt Peterson with Michael Lahoud, and David Goss is down on the sideline. As you mentioned in the open, maybe for some people, this is the best match on offer today at the GA Cup.
We've seen it on display, and it's a pity that we have something like the wind affecting games like this, but you have to be prepared to play in whatever condition the game throws your way. And I think these two teams, they're slowly starting to adjust. River Plate really coming out with a lot of energy, high pressure. San Jose starting to settle in with defensive plays like this.
Clean tackle, play on. The man down still for River Plate is Alessandro Bahu. The referee today is Salt Rojas. There's a switch. He let it run. Hustling to keep it in. Excellent work from Quende, but the flag was up. It did cross that line. It's a goal kick here to River Plate.
And on that play, when you're Martin Quende Jr., the initial run is the right run, but if you start wider, they always say get chalk on your boots. If you start wider, you're able to judge the flight of the ball. I remember I played many different positions throughout my career. Whenever I played wide, my managers used to always get on me when the ball would go over my head. They said there's never a reason as a winger that ball should ever go on your head. Hopefully you'll learn from that pass.
Let's think about the win. Let's think about the professionalism of River Plate, perennial favorites at this competition. I love what they did off the opening kickoff. They're going in the wind, and they turn into an old under 6 or under 8 trick. We're going to dribble off the start of the game, the kickoff. And the guy made it about 20 yards before losing the ball, but I think it sent a shot to San Jose saying, we're going to be the aggressors here.
Yeah, it reminds me of a scene from Kicking and Screaming,
yes.
Almost. But it throws you off guard. If you're expecting a team to be more methodical and they change it up and then become the aggressors like that.
And with the wind, keep it low, keep it on the floor. Free kick here for San Jose, clipped in the box. Headed out. Barajas, first time ball is cleared.
I like to see Barajas be more aggressive in that. rather than a soft pass where now you're in transition. Get it back in the mixer, recycled runs.
Good work there from Oscar Verhoeven against Joaquin Flores, and that's a common concept you hear from coaches in transition there. You don't need to win the ball, you just need to delay the other team.
And San Jose do well in that. It was a poor decision up there by Barajas, but then just reactions. Getting numbers behind the ball, slowing River Plate, and now they have the ball in possession.
Again, 30-minute halves at the group stage. 7 substitutions allowed at 3 different moments in the second half. It's on here for San Jose. They found space on this right side. Shakira at the edge of the box. And the flag was up. Tight line there from River Plate on the edge of the 18-yard box.
It's a good entry pass from the center backs from San Jose. They quickly started to figure out and get numbers on this right-hand side. But if you're Shakira, you get in the pockets of space. You have to be more aggressive. Thought he was caught in 2 minds. Either you take on the defender, and you have to commit a center back to draw him out if you're going to play that inch-perfect pass. But he does neither, and then gets called for the offside.
Look at that first touch and turn from Alexis Gonzalez. Spectacular from the number 9. Off to the right side. It's on here for River Plate. Good defending from San Jose. That's wonderful forward play from Gonzalez.
Pillow feet there from the big man. We see that oftentimes from strikers of this generation. You can't just be the hold-up guy anymore. You have to be able to drop back and be a factor. And he did that maybe 10 minutes before, dropping deep and just having that presence of mind and good first touch to spin out of pressure.
Now Barajas perhaps hearing your coaching. He's moving off to this wide area. The inverted winger, he's left-footed. Where's number 52 for San Jose? Now he cuts inside to pick up this ball.
Great entry pass.
He's given space here for Oscar Verhoeven, the right back for San Jose. Verhoeven a good run, but lost in the end. Now he is displaced, and there's space here for Joaquin Flores to push forward.
I love the recovery run from San Jose, though.
Flores, defended by Kohler. Goal kick. That's excellent defending from a central midfielder. Ethan Kohler recognizing the danger, sliding out as a de facto right back.
What Kohler does well there, he doesn't bite, he keeps his feet moving, but he cuts off the angle from Flores. When you're 1v1 defending, you can't overcommit and be too aggressive, especially when you're out there by yourself, and that gives time for your teammates to shift over. But 1v1 defending as a midfielder and defensive midfielder, you have to have in your locker.
Dan DeGeer said Kohler played the 6 yesterday. He can play center back. He's also playing the number 6 position today. Look at that confidence from Cruz Medina, inviting the pressure. He slips it through just too far. The flag is up again, but more brilliance from Cruz Medina.
And they're going to need him to start stepping up and keep stepping up with plays like that. River Plate's starting to get a little disjointed.
Well-weighted pass. Ochoa stays home, and it's dealt with well. In the end, good defending. Nathan Rodriguez. Good decision, you thought, there from Emil Ochoa staying on his line?
Absolutely. If he overcommits, then maybe that ball blunders underneath him, but well done to not overcommit, not be too aggressive. There's going to be plays where he's going to need to come out, but that wasn't one of them.
Compliment to Joaquin Flores. All these corners for River Plate have come from the left side, his side of the field. Another chance for Agustin Wierna, who had the assist on the 2nd-minute goal for River Plate. Here it comes from Wierna. Beyond everybody. Nobody steps for San Jose. It's off to the left side again. Agustin Wierna. Excellent bent-in ball, headed clear. Cleared out. Settled here by Augustine Dewey. And across the back, let's go to David Goss, who has more from the sideline.
Thanks so much, guys. As you talked about, Nico's mentioned a few times, the huge component of this tournament, that international competition, a chance to see the best players in the world, a chance for these MLS teams to test themselves. And MLS has done very well. This River Plate team, arguably as good as anyone in this competition. But I have to say, from walking around the field and watching the games, 2 of the best teams I've seen are Pumas at the U15 levels coming out of Mexico. And FC Porto have been very impressive with the way they've played. Also at that U15 level, Manchester United's U15's knocking off San Jose last night here on this field as well. So those are some of the big names and some of the big performances we've seen across this competition. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Don't forget about the U15s. U17s primarily on show. Here's a good work. Look at that tackle over Hoven, and great job from the referee, who put himself in a good position and clearly indicates he got the ball. That's from Saul Rojas. All or nothing tackle from Oscar Verhoeven.
And he made one maybe a couple minutes before that, with Ochoa threatening to come off his line.
Back to Agustin Wierna. Wierna, good work, makes Verhoeven miss. Might have an injury here with Joaquin Flores. Flores limping, looks at his head coach, Juan Borelli, and now he falls down on his back. Looks like frustration there for Joaquin Flores. Couple minutes to halftime. Michael LaHood, give us your general observations of this first half.
I think it was a difficult start for San Jose, excellent start for River Plate. But if you're River Plate, you want to be cautious. How you come out of this second half is going to be very important. San Jose doing a good job of starting to win the midfield battles with defensive plays, tackles in particular. And the one thing that's missing for them, runs in behind, as I said earlier. And I think Martin Quende Jr. can be the X factor if he gets going in the second half.
Unfortunate for Joaquin Flores. He has been so good. Number 7 on this left side. Frustration as he goes to the bench. It looks like John Diaz is going to replace him, number 18. But one of the best attacking players for River Plate departs with an apparent injury just before halftime.
And I thought he was solid in the first half. You never want to lose one of your best players. And his ability to start wide and then as soon as it gets in the final third, become a center forward and second forward next to Sanchez has been excellent. But now River Plate have to catch their breath and really just keep it simple. There's only maybe a couple seconds left to get to halftime and recalibrate.
Great image in front of us. A teammate, don't have his number, but he's just consoling Joaquin Flores, arm around his back as his teammate deals with an injury.
I've been there as a player when you deal with an injury, especially in a big moment. You're up for a big game and it doesn't go your way. And that's what team ethos and teams are about. When you're in a locker room, you carry each other, you pick each other when you're up, and especially when a teammate's down.
That's Agustin Mieres consoling his teammate. Beautiful to see. Camaraderie. Corner kick one. Nice work from Nico Shakira. At this right side, he understands the situation. He wants to take it quickly before halftime, and there is the entry of John Diaz, number 18, who replaces Joaquin Flores. Mateo Rashia organizing his defenders. Here it comes, right to the hands of Rashia. River Plate trying to break. 4 versus 3. It is on for River Plate. It is Agustin Wierna. Wierna slowed down just enough. Wonderful one-on-one defending from the right back, Oscar Verhoeven.
Verhoeven, we've called his name time and time again in the last 10 minutes. 1v1 defending, you have to step up. What he does well, he doesn't overcommit, he keeps his leg moving. It's almost like as if you're playing college basketball or NBA basketball. You have to shift, keep your eye, especially in basketball, you're keeping your eye on the hip. In soccer, you keep your eyes on the feet. And he doesn't bite, and he shifts his hips and makes the big play.
Just great soccer. Clinical counterattack from defending a corner kick from River Plate, but even better transitional defending from San Jose.
And San Jose, that's how they've gotten back in this game, is transitional defending. River Plate, for as great as they are in possession, in transition is how they're even more deadly. San Jose, they're matching them with that defensively.
Martin Quende Jr. has been a live wire on the left side for San Jose. Now it's a throw into River Plate. We are in first half stoppage time. A minimum of 2 minutes will be added on. And there is the halftime whistle. River Plate, the aggressors early on. It started with the kickoff. It continued into the second minute. A corner kick delivered by Agustin Wierna, headed home by Jonas Luna, and one of the tournament pre-favorites. River Plate heads into halftime, leading San Jose Earthquakes 1-0. A very lively 30 minutes. Plenty coming up at halftime here at the Generation Adidas Cup.
As players and coaches continue evolving towards a brighter future, the constant battle of reality versus expectation is one many involved in youth soccer constantly face. The reality being, developing a player to transcend and become a professional is a long road indeed.
A U12 player might not make our U13 team the following year. And so we make that very clear at the beginning, that this is the pyramid moves in this direction, and it gets harder and harder to get to the top. And the grand minority earn a professional contract. And the grand minority play on the first team.
Luchi Gonzalez, the academy director at FC Dallas, knows all too well the struggles within an academy structure to develop players. But the key to success for Luchi and FC Dallas isn't only about the on-field product. It always transcends more than just that.
We don't see our first team at the top. We see FC Dallas family at the top. They're trying to develop to be an FC Dallas family member for the rest of their life. So they whether they play in our stadium or not, or whether they play in Europe, or whether they play in our senior national team, or whether they play college, or whether they're going to be a doctor, or whether they're going to be a teacher, or whether they're going to be a coach themselves, they're always going to be welcome to our stadium as a fan and as a family member. And so that idea starts at the bottom. So it's important that as a director, I communicate the realities of the pathway, but at the same time create measurable goals for each player and each family, and ask the questions of why are they in the program? Well, I want to be a professional player. Okay. Why else?
The development is a long-term process. That for every individual player there is a plan, and different players mature at different times, and you just got to trust the process. With the club investing so much resources and so much time, energy in terms of each player, we truly have a belief that each one of them has a long-term chance.
They could get cut. They could get moved to a premier team. They could end up being on a national team. And then we got to balance that mentality and how to handle that responsibility of representing your country. They could be getting trainings with the pro team or not. They could be getting a college scholarship or not. They could be talking with agents or not. And then all those situations in the pathway, with each one being different in each age, we have to make sure that we're communicating very clearly with the parents. And as the player gets older, they're becoming more independent. So with the older age groups, it's really more clear communication with the player, because he's a young man at that point, and making sure that we set goals with them that they're responsible for, that the club is responsible for supporting, but that are measurable and that are realistic. And within that process, by the time they're 16, 17, 18, they see it. They see when maybe they're going to get offered a contract or not, or they're professional bound or college bound. But guess what? Our attitude is that anybody can make it at any moment, and it's never too late. We will never tell a kid, you're not going to make it. Because I've learned in this business, never say never with these kids. There's late developers, psychologically, physically, mentally, technically, tactically. So we want to be realistic with the kids, but we don't take away their dream either. But at some point, we do guide them in a direction that's going to favor them to have options and to stay in a pathway.
As the path forward becomes more and more clear for players, what does the future hold? Will North America soon be at the forefront in producing world-class caliber talent?
We are at the beginning of the story in the US. I would say, if I compare with other countries, our country is a baby country. So it will happen. I cannot tell you when, but more and more we will produce very good kids and high-level players. Why? Because right now, when you are 6 and 7 years old, you can play soccer pretty often.
These kids are growing up, and now their dream is to be part of that first team of FC Dallas, of the LA Galaxy. So the fact that they can now see that there's an opportunity, that our clubs are giving these kids that are coming through the academy to play in the first team, it's only going to open up the future more and more.
The game is at the middle of everything we do. The game is at the middle of our business in MLS. The game is in the middle of our development. It has to revolve around soccer. So I think that's where we as a country need to continue to strive to get better and educate ourselves and be curious, to learn concepts from all over the world, and not generalize this game. This game has a lot of little details and is very thorough. And it's important that we answer for these players in training, that we answer the questions of why, how, when, where in our training environment, so that our kids can understand references and be prepared as they get older to be a high-level player and a world-class player.
I'm excited that I feel like the next generation of coaches, you know, the ones that are MLS is heavily investing in, it's a younger generation. I think we're all hungry for knowledge. You know, we're here to get better. And when we get better, our players are going to get better, right? When we get these competitions, our players are going to get better. They are exciting times, you know, in this country, and I feel the potential to catch up to the rest of the world powers is there. The sooner the better, right?
And welcome back to Frisco, Texas, Generation Adidas Cup. In Group J, River Plate leads San Jose Earthquakes 1-0. Matt Peterson with Michael Lahoud. As we begin the second half, let's go down to the sideline. David Goss is with Chris Wondolowski.
The goal king himself, Chris Wondolowski. Chris, for starters, what are you doing here?
A lot of my new job is mentoring a lot of the young guys in the academy, and we have some great high-profile players, and so building our relationship with them and enjoying some time out here.
This is your first time at Generation Adidas Cup. How impressive have you been by these young players and by this competition?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's field after field. It goes all day, and the competition's it's unreal. The talent and teams from all across the world, and it's pretty special to be a part of it, and it's great to see our boys competing with the best.
Hopefully better in the second half. Good luck. Thank you. To you, Matt.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, David. It's a full contention over there. Chris Leach, the technical director for San Jose, is in attendance as well. We're underway. San Jose is in white, River Plate in the red and white. Second-minute goal from Jonas Luna. Ochoa under pressure does very well there just to find Nico Shakira.
We've seen Shakira be the outlet for San Jose. They've got back in this game. His movement between the lines has been excellent.
Shakira is dispossessed. Over the top, nodded back. Sammy Ochoa by Nathan Rodriguez. Center back partnership, Nathan Rodriguez with Drew Murray. Oscar Verhoeven is the right back for San Jose. Giancamota is the left back. What are you expecting here in the second half, Michael Lahoud?
I'm expecting a reaction from San Jose, just as River Plate did to them. I'm expecting them to become the aggressors and really continue the aggressive play they had to end the first half. And it's reactions. Being smart in transition, defensive plays in defensive transition. But then when they get into the final third, it's that little bit of quality that's missing for them. And really, all they need is one shot on goal. I don't think I've seen a single shot on goal so far.
Nico Shakira, long run up this right sideline. Throw into San Jose. Shakira has been lively here in the second half. First team player down at the GA Cup for San Jose Earthquakes. Nico Shakira wearing 30.
He's an all-action type of player, can be effective on both sides of the ball, really a box-to-box sort of midfielder, and the type of player that can drop back when your defensive midfielder is under pressure and be that outless pass, as we've seen from Emi Ochoa finding him to start the second half. But when he gets in the final third, he seems a bit rushed. Sometimes when you're a midfielder and you've done all the work, take a deep breath and then make the smart decision.
And you saw him about 10 days ago playing with San Jose's first team against Austin FC.
Yeah, he was impressive. It was the young guns that really changed that game. Austin FC were winning 2-0, and then Matias Almeida says, you know what, bring on the kids, and the kids changed the game.
30 minutes there for Nico Shakira in San Jose's comeback. He and Emi Ochoa trying to help along the San Jose U17s here. Down a goal against River Plate. Good work from Ethan Kohler working back. Here he is. Playing it forward. River Plate content. Very interesting watching the contrasting styles. We've had a chance to eavesdrop on a lot of the team talks. River Plate very calm. I think they have a plan. They give the plan to the players. Not much conversation at halftime.
And really, when you play in those clubs like a River Plate, a Boca Junior, you're a skilled player.
It's on here for River Plate up this right side. Campos to the middle, and it's blocked. There was an appeal for a handball. It may have come off the shoulder, but what a chance there as Campos' cross was hit by Augustine Weir. You cannot strike a ball better. Unlucky for River Plate.
And just as I was about to say this, when you play for clubs like a River Plate, each player is skilled in what they do best. Rierna, he's the number 10 attacking midfielder, and he's the one who's going to supply assists and goals.
Here's Rierna again. That shot was blocked. Good work from the center backs closing. The initial block was Drew Murray. That time, help from the number 6, Ethan Kohler, who slid back to help out.
And keep an eye at the top of the box, Rierna. Kohler loses track of him. You can't do that as a defensive midfielder. You have to be able to get on the other side. Rierna does well to get towards the penalty box and get the first-time shot off. Very fortunate for San Jose to get that block.
And maybe the most consistent corner kick delivery we've seen all week. It's come from River Plate today against San Jose. It led to the second-minute goal. There's another good ball to a good spot. Missed header that time from Murray, but it still bounces through the entire penalty area. Taken to the corner. Crafty play to earn a corner kick. Off of Kohler. Here is the last corner kick.
And this is how River Plate scored their first goal. Miss headers from San Jose's back line. You can't do that in big games like this. You have to be dialed in and inches wide from connecting.
Dan DeGear about to go to his bench for San Jose. Before that, a corner kick here for River Plate. Santiago Lencinas will deliver from this right side for River Plate. Low delivery helped on. Did Ochoa keep it out? He did. Used both his legs. Nearly a second goal for River Plate. Great save from Emi Ochoa.
If this game finishes with San Jose getting a positive result, Emi Ochoa needs a round of applause when he walks back into the hotel room or the bus. Just instinctual save from the young goalkeeper.
Direct ball, Dylan Tolado. Tolado on the edge of the box waiting for support. He has it in Quende Jr. Good fake here to the end line. He keeps it in play. Clip to the back post. Chested down. Barajas cannot stay over it.
Transition and momentum are everything. On one end, Emi Ochoa is making just a world-class save. Just reactions. Doesn't know much about it. The ball's bobbling around and then just drops, reacts, goes with his instincts. And it's been pinballing in the back or in the box. Just well done. Doesn't overcommit. And then on the other end, San Jose does well to get the ball in the opponent's box, but then Barajas, he's leaning back. The first touch is good, then he's leaning back, and that's why that ball goes over the top.
Good chance for Alexis Gonzalez. Now let's go down to David Goss for more on the San Jose substitution.
Yeah, Oscar Verhoeven coming off here. He was asked at halftime. Did a lot of work in that first half, was feeling a little tired, and so they were trying to get a few more minutes out of him. So he'll come off. They will swap the fullbacks now, and the substitute will come on at left back. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that. A change for San Jose. And it really was his side of the field that had the most work to do.
And he stepped up to the plate, I thought, especially as the half wore on.
River Plate threatening again. They're in the box. Calm defending. He stayed on his feet, got support. And after a dribble or two, it is clear it was Nathan Rodriguez, 27 for San Jose, doing his job.
That's good work from Rodriguez. Not just does he make the defensive play, but he has the composure, dribble out of the back. And Rierna, he's like a pit bull coming out of midfield. He's really gotten lively. After the good first start from him for the goal and the assist, he was quiet. I thought San Jose did well to get numbers around him and get tackles. Now he's becoming a bit more lively, getting shots. It's going to be a good matchup as this half wears on.
Alex Chow into the game. Wearing number 12, Chow crossing. So Chow now is the left back. Giancamota goes from left back to right back as Oscar Verhoeven heads to the bench. Good delivery. Headed clear by Drew Murray. Michael Lahoud, how surprised are you how much trouble San Jose is having defending corner kicks?
Very surprised. I think the wind is playing such a factor, but there's a lot of ball watching on set pieces. You can't have that. And San Jose, after they went down a goal, especially in the first half, set pieces were really what River Plate had. And they were capitalizing almost on San Jose turnovers and bad decisions out of the back. They need to clean that up. And I think Nathan Rodriguez, he has to be that leader out of the back line on set pieces and defensively.
Flipped in ball too heavy. I agree. Drew Murray, Nathan Rodriguez, they have the size. They have the size to dominate in the air on these set pieces. Give credit to River Plate. The delivery has been outstanding. Agustin Rierna, the last one came from Santiago Lencinas. But every one looks like a near goal for River Plate.
Well, on the goal in particular, it was Nathan Rodriguez who missed time his jump. On the half chance that River Plate almost had, it was Drew Murray that missed time his jump. You can't have that from your two starting center backs.
Good bounce for San Jose. It's in the box, but River Plate does it so well. It was Chow into the game, doing a good job. Took a fortuitous bounce for San Jose, but River Plate back in good numbers to clear the danger.
And with Chow coming in off the bench, look for him to be the aggressor. Very different from Mata. Mata's there to be more connected to the two center backs. He'll bring the defensive solidarity. Chow has license to get forward and be menacing in attack, get to the byline, and then start whipping crosses. His energy is going to be good for San Jose.
Great from Chow. He's not just a placeholder out there, kind of see out the game. He has been dynamic. He's been on the ball a lot. He has brought something to the San Jose team.
And that's what they're going to need. You can't have static players, especially when you're down. You're going to need dynamic movement. And now I think we have Chow in the middle of the park. I think Verhoeven's slid out to left back.
It's been fun to watch Chow. He has had freedom. You seldom see an outside back with the mobility of him and where he's been able to play. We've seen him on the left. We've seen him central in the attack. Good build up here from River Plate. It's released the goal scorer, Jonas Luna, on this right side. Luna invites the pressure, finds Agustin Wierna. Wierna all the way back. Agustin Campos. Big delivery right to the hands of Emi Ochoa.
And those type of flighted in balls, Ochoa is going to gobble up all day long.
30-minute halves of the Generation Adidas Cup. We're in Group G. It's the co-group leaders, River Plate of Argentina and San Jose Earthquakes of Major League Soccer, both on 3 points after yesterday's wins. River Plate leading 1-0, but a break here. It's Chow again, the substitute. Off to the left, Martin Quende Jr. has space on this left side, delivers a good ball, headed straight in the air, knocked down, and a corner kick coming. Some miscommunication there as Mateo Rashia, the goalkeeper, cleaned out one of his center backs.
And San Jose making a tactical shift. When Chow came in, they shifted to Martin Quende Jr., now playing left back. And Cruz Medina is stepping up to left wing. They've seen something on this left-hand side of theirs, and they're really trying to get Chow, Medina, and Martin Quende Jr. to create that 3v2 triangle on left-hand side and get chances.
Short corner from San Jose. Left-footed delivery, back post. Kept alive by the Earthquakes. It's right there, but they cannot put it away. One of the best chances today. It fell to Drew Murray, but good goalkeeping from Mateo Rashia. Now a foot race. Emi Ochoa will let it roll beside his penalty area. And the game has opened up a bit. Michael Lahoud.
And it's going to keep opening up as both teams really look for the next goal. San Jose needing that next goal to get back in the game. River Plate looking for that next goal to finish this game.
River Plate preparing to make a change. They're short one player today. A starter picked up a red card, 2 yellows yesterday. San Jose comfortable. Let's give the Earthquakes credit. You give up a goal on a corner kick 2 minutes and they never seem to panic.
And really their character has been on display. An excellent ball again, and Shakira's being the player that they find in between the lines. But rather than looking for the offense, when your attack, especially when you're a hero attack like San Jose, when your attack's not working, it's what you do defensively that matters. And San Jose getting this chance, getting down this left-hand side. When that ball comes in and pinballs in the box, you never know what's going to happen. River Plate does well to react at the last second. At first, I thought there might have been a little bit offside, but Drew Murray does well to get a touch on that ball. And when you get that ball flighted in, you just have to recycle it, get a touch back across the face of the goal. Anything can happen.
Double change coming for River Plate. Most likely after this restart for San Jose. Here's the delivery. Some contact. Rashia got to it cleanly. Aggressive play from San Jose.
Cruz Medina flighting this ball in, and when that ball takes a half bounce scary moment for both goalkeeper and player. The player is entitled to go for that. Definitely is going to feel that one. A little bit of a sore collision with the goalkeeper.
Double change now for River Plate. Jonas Luna, the goal scorer, will depart. He will make way for Thiago Acosta. (17) Acosta on for Jonas Luna. And the other change, (14) on for Santiago Lencinas. Changes there for Juan Borelli, the River Plate manager. Number 14 is Fernando Augustine for River Plate. Here's Martin Quende Jr. Inviting the pressure. Flip to the back post. Headed towards the end line. Kept in play. Maybe that was a mistake. San Jose will play on. Quende, and the offside flag is up. Good line there, but as a defender, should he have just conceded the corner kick, or wise to try to save it there?
I think it was wise to try to save it there. When you're chasing the game, trying to get a goal, you can't take chances. You can't wait for the next play. You have to be aggressive. And San Jose have been really aggressive down this left-hand side. Since Quende Jr. has pushed back to left back, he's really functioned as a left wing back, getting two dangerous crosses. And when he gets to the byline, he's doing a good job of picking out the far post. Now for San Jose, the big issue is they only have two runners in the box. Chow has to now be that third runner, or Shakiris. Two of them have to get in the box to support Tealo.
San Jose tracing the game, down a goal. 14 minutes plus stoppage time remaining from Frisco. Matt Peterson, Michael Lahu, David Goss down on the sideline. Here's Chow. He's been excellent since entering as a substitute for Oscar Verhoeven. San Jose free kick. Chow plays it quickly.
With Chow coming on, Shakiris has now functioned as the number 10, and Teado looks to have a strike partner.
Good passing here from San Jose. It's off to Martin Quende Jr. Nice work to keep that alive for Medina. Medina, look at the dribbling. Medina's in! And finally dealt with, but that was spectacular, beating three River Plate defenders. Cruz Medina.
There's a reason why this kid is highly touted. Excellent in tight spaces. That was a YouTube highlight reel. Being able to just dribble through players at will. But then when he gets there in the final third, he needs more movement from the attacking players. But well done from him.
Look back at the last replay. Watch this from Medina. The replay on the left side of the screen.
Medina doing well. That's almost a gamble pass from Quende Jr. And he keeps going. His aggression almost pays off. And I think if Teado, instead of cutting back, if he makes that run aggressive across the face of the near post, then Medina has a different option. River Plate reacting well on the other side to close down the space. If you get beat the first time, you get beat the second time. As long as you react as a team, then the attacking player has nowhere to go.
Two changes here for Dan DeGeer and San Jose. Sebastian Carbajal will come on. He came on as a substitute and scored yesterday against Nashville. And Daniel Fergoso Batista will check in. A 2-on for San Jose. And for more on those changes, let's go down to David Goss on the sideline.
Position, and on that other change, we'll see Bautista go out wide right in place of Barajas, just trying to bring more energy, a little bit more cutting edge to that attack, but two changes that'll keep the formation the same.
Sebastian Carbajal, described by head coach Dan DeGeer as a goal scorer, natural gifts, scoring goals, pacey, and makes plays.
And the biggest word in that description, pacey. San Jose need pace with runs in behind, especially because they're now getting some action, now getting some dynamic movement, and earning the right to play in midfield. But when they get in the final third, it's that lack of movement and really that lack of dynamic movement that he'll need to bring.
River Plate leading 1-0. A goal in the second minute from Jonas Luna off a corner kick from Augustin Rierna. That's been the difference for River Plate. River Plate trying to go to 6 points from 2 games to lead Group J. San Jose beat Nashville yesterday 2-0. San Jose trying to keep pace with the Argentines.
This could be a taste of things to come in the knockout round for a team like San Jose and for these two teams. And it's good to get the experience of these big games early on in group stages because they prepare you that much more when you get in the games that count.
It's interesting. We looked at Medina, his dribbling there, and I think a versatile player. Dan DeGeer described him as an 8 or a 10. I think a lot of players would watch number 15 Medina and his skill right there and think, oh, he's a number 10, but he also can play that two-way position, the number 8.
That dribble and the skill shown right there and the skill he showed, number 10, in my opinion. I'd like to see him play just an out-and-out number 10. And I know sometimes tactical matchups show different things for players. He's finding more space. In the first half, he found a lot of space on the left-hand side. And so I see where Dan DeGeer put him at left wing just to create that 1v1 matchup. Can he slide by the right back of River Plate? But functioning as a number 10, just behind the striker, that's where I'd like to see him play.
It's on here for San Jose. Medina in the corner. Good cross at the top of the area, chested down. Another nodding touch and finally clear by River Plate. Shakiris did his best but couldn't settle it.
And when you're Shakiris, it's so difficult when that ball bounces to you and you're trying to juggle it. Might see him just go on instinct, take a touch, and just fire at goal. Just instinctual play from him. But he tries to go for a couple juggles over the top of defenders, and River Plate do well, once again, to close down the space. You're not going to have a lot of time against teams like this.
Cruz Medina, born in 2006, who was a younger player this tournament, allowing players from 2005 and younger. Coach DeGeer said he's in a very good moment right now. We've seen that for the U.S. U17 national team player. And DeGeer said he consistently plays with the San Jose Earthquakes U23s.
He keeps doing the type of dribbles he's doing today on this field against a team like River Plate. Would not be surprised to see him get his MLS debut.
Could be the next one to sign for San Jose. Throw-in coming for River Plate. Fernando Augustin, one of the substitutes. As River Plate looks to manage the game, I think it may be 52 minutes in. I think my assessment of this game would be San Jose has outplayed River Plate, but River Plate's been better in the decisive moments. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And those are the fine margins that make all the difference in the biggest games at every level.
That's a great block.
It's really what you do in both boxes. I think River Plate has won the battle in both boxes. You've seen it in plays where Cruz Medina dribbles through 3-4 players, but River Plate, they're making the big plays in the big moments. And on the offensive end, set pieces are the difference makers in close games like this. River Plate react quickest on a corner kick. San Jose fell asleep, and that's the difference.
And that's been the story for River Plate. Usually in the later stages of the knockout rounds, they have a formula. Well drilled. They're going to play hard. They're going to compete. They're skilled. They win the big moments. They manage the games. And it works year in, year out of the generation of Adidas Cup.
And that goes down to the manager. When you have a good manager, he's able to get the most out of each player. It's a nasty foul.
Yellow card shown here as Chow is taken down by the substitute Fernando Augustin. That manager is Juan Borelli, who's been here year in, year out for River Plate.
And consistency helps, where you know what to expect from your manager, and the manager knows what to expect from the players that he's scouting and going after and implementing into his team.
And every coach is different. This is not to say that a shouting manager, one that talks more, is wrong, but we see him off to our right, very calm. It's a well-drilled team. He lets them play by and large during the game.
He lets them express themselves. Yes, there's a formula. Yes, there's a system. But each player brings something different. I think of Diaz in particular. He's a speedster. There's been a couple foot races where he's just gone off like a slingshot across the field. But he's a different player than Sanchez is.
That's a well-worked move on the left side. They release Martin Quende Jr. His cross is headed out. And it's a throw-in for San Jose. Into Cruz Medina. Back to Martin Quende Jr. Chow there for support. Quende Jr.'s earned a corner kick here in the 55th minute.
San Jose once again getting down this left-hand side, starting to figure it out. Martin Quende Jr. being the catalyst, being aggressive, coming out of left back, getting crosses. A goal would do them very nicely here.
Corner kick is headed in! It's a tying goal for San Jose! Nathan Rodriguez! And the Earthquakes respond with the corner kick goal of their own!
Right on cue. Just talking about a goal doing them very nicely here, and the captain delivers, as captains need to do. Set pieces have been the difference in a close game, closely contested game between these two teams. And there's something about this side and where the wind is playing. San Jose doing well to be aggressive and get momentum, getting crosses down left-hand side. And that ball on the 6, you'd like to see River Plate's goalkeeper come out and collect that, but Nathan Rodriguez being aggressive. It's a flick, goalkeeper caught flat-footed off his line. And it's so difficult when you commit as a goalkeeper. But Nathan Rodriguez, he reads the deflection, reacts quickest, and there's a reward for that. Ball in the back of the net.
You mentioned the wind on the first goal for River Plate. That perhaps affected that goal as well, because it looked like a pretty simple clearing header for the River Plate defender. It glanced off his forehead right to Rodriguez. And a beautiful picture. That was he and his teammates celebrating with the Earthquakes U17s, which are seated right over there, right over the railing behind that far side of the field.
And you love to see that. There's really just from top down, from first team to the youngest players, that's what it's all about. Family atmosphere, and these guys are rooting for each other no matter which age group they're playing.
Here comes the throw-in for River Plate. 4 minutes left plus second half stoppage time. If it remains tie, we'll go directly to penalty kicks. Cross from the right, settles. Recovered by Thiago Acosta. Another long shot is cleared by Nathan Rodriguez.
This is where, if you're San Jose, you have to be dialed in. Set pieces have generated a goal apiece for each team. The wind is starting to pick up again. Nathan Rodriguez and Drew Murray, you have to take responsibility of your entire team. Organize and be the ones to step in and clear this ball out.
Corner kicks have been dangerous all day so far for River Plate. A goal from a corner in the second minute. There's 2 over there to take this one. It will be Thiago Acosta. Dealt with well by San Jose. Low shot is blocked again. San Jose steps up. Flag stays down. River Plate with a cross from the left. Good defending. You see 4 white shirts there right at the edge of the 6-yard box.
It's Nathan Rodriguez who makes the block and then clears the ball up, getting his lines up. San Jose now, you have to get your line up and be compact and stay connected.
How about that clearing header? That's a flat-footed header. Tomas Young, with the pressure in his face, he headed about 30 yards. Some of his teammates thought dangerous header, but he had the power on it.
I've been impressed with Young.
Look at Emi Ochoa inviting 2 in and calmly finding Nathan Rodriguez.
But then again, late in this game, I'd like to see him just kick the ball out. San Jose overplaying, and now River Plate have a chance.
Rodriguez might be limping. The goal scorer and the captain for San Jose looks to be moving okay. Maybe just laboring here through 58 minutes. What a game here. Many expected it would be a wonderful game. It's lived up to it. The 2 co-leaders in Group J coming off wins yesterday. Low strike. Ochoa handles a little hop there. Good hands from the goalkeeper.
It's excellent focus from Ochoa. A routine save, or what looked like a routine save, that can cost you. He goes down, but because he has his hands up, he's able to react and get his hands even higher to make the save.
Emi Ochoa brought leadership to this group. San Jose Earthquakes homegrown. Coach DeGear said he immediately impacts the group with his experience. Started the last 2 MLS Next Pro games. River Plate. Into the box, great chop. Acosta still on his feet. Over the bar. He beat 3 defenders before that shot.
Acosta does well to get the ball on his left foot. And just classic. You see that from so many Argentine wingers and midfielders. Their ability to just turn at a sharp angle and send you the wrong way. But Shakira's, because he back presses, that's what forces the shot over the top. Acosta now has to lean back. And it's good from attacking player. Oh.
Turnover in a bad spot. Here comes River Plate. And it's blocked. It was lost by Shakira's. And San Jose back to defend. And there's a no-nonsense clearance from Drew Murray.
Just as I was singing Shakira's praises, a little bit more composure and focus needed from him to connect that pass.
Approaching second half stoppage time. Medina earns a throw-in, is harassed there by Agustin Campos. We're in the second half stoppage time. A minimum of 3 minutes will be added on. Some noise from the Earthquakes U15s.
We need to keep that noise going if this game goes into penalty kicks.
If it ends 1-1, each team will get a point, and then the team that wins the penalty kicks will gain a second point. So 2 wins for a penalty shootout victory, 1 point for a penalty shootout loss. Handball gives a free kick to San Jose. Matt Peterson with Michael LaHood. We have David Goss down at the sideline. We're in second half stoppage time. Match day 2 of the under-17 division of the Generation Adidas Cup. Group J co-leaders River Plate and San Jose tied 1 goal apiece. Both teams getting a set-piece goal, both from a corner kick. Jonas Luna in the 2nd minute, and then the tying goal in the 15th minute, Nathan Rodriguez. It is on here on this left side, just wide of the near post. What a chance it was for San Jose. Carbajal, the substitute, from a tough angle.
And Carbajal should have done much better with that chance. Those are the fine margins that make the difference in close games like this. You're not going to get a cleaner look as a center forward, and he has to put that away. Goes for the chip and tries to be a bit too cheeky. He should have just slotted it with his right foot. The goalkeeper was stranded, needs to do better.
Lost there from Fernando Agustin. The Earthquakes come back the other way. Sebastian Carbajal. Excellent dribbling. Carbajal, deflected shot, clear, and away from River Plate. 2 chances about a minute apart from Sebastian Carbajal. And now River Plate will push. This game is very open here in second half stoppage time. Agustin Wierna has found the space. What a tackle in open field. Had to be done right. It was Gianca Mota. You played all over the field. You've been in that right back position, Michael. How hard was that play there for Mota?
In those moments, and this is San Jose chance. Carbajal gets this touch. Excellent first touch from him, but I think it's that second touch that skews his angle. Once you get in there.
Good shot inside the box, but good defending from Mota. The cross is over, hit to the back post.
Once you get in there, if you're Carbajal, you take an excellent first touch. He's got the speed, and River Plate, they're struggling to recover. You have to then open your body and then try and pick out that far post. He takes a little bit of a half touch, and now he's rushed into a panic decision, and his ankle is closed off, and so he tries to go for a cheeky chip. I think in 2 touches, that ball has to be off your foot and in the back of the net.
Emi Ochoa will not play short. It's the full-time whistle. The Group J co-leaders tied 1-1 through 60 minutes. Will head directly to a penalty shootout. What a game we had, Michael LaHood.
You would never know this was just a 1-1 game without looking at the scoreboard. It's been end-to-end, especially in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Both teams throwing caution to the wind, going for it. And you like to see that. Only second game of this group stages, and both teams really wanting to get the win and the 3 points.
Yeah, great attacking spirit, Michael. You see many teams in that situation in a tournament format. Hey, let's stay in, not take risks. Both teams were taking risks. We saw some 4-on-4 chances on both ends.
And
And for San Jose, just that last chance, Carvajal getting 2 chances back to back. I know those are ones he's going to want back, but now you put that behind you, you regroup, and this is where the team talk is so important from both coaches. And this is where you want your leaders to step up and say, hey, I want to take a penalty kick, because you don't go into the knockout round and show up and then the penalty kick magically goes in. This is where you get practice, and it matters.
We see the rules here. Both teams have already been awarded 1 point for this match. The winner of the shootout will gain an extra point. And Michael LaHoo, take us back to your own playing career. Were you one of those that stepped up to the manager and said, I want to take one?
Yes, I was a defensive midfielder, but there's something about these big moments, these nerve-wracking moments for some players, that made me come alive. And it was because I would look in the eyes of the opponent and look in the eyes of my teammates and thought, I don't want to come back from this game with any regrets. I want to step up and be held accountable. And fortunate, I was able to make mine.
Let's go down to David Goss on the sideline.
So, Michael LaHoo, not to disappoint you at all, but talking over the last 5 minutes and then watching just there, it looks like the San Jose staff chose the shooters themselves. Didn't ask, didn't talk to any of the players. They had in their mind the 5 shooters they want, something to look out for. Cruz Medina was cramping over the last 5 minutes of that game, kept stretching himself out. He originally was one of those shooters. Not sure what the final list looks like. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Good stuff. Dan DeGear giving instructions to his team. A more calm approach on the River Plate side. They're in the huddle. And the head coach, Juan Borelli, 20 yards away. It's just different styles. Borelli allowing the players to have basically a player talk on the River Plate side. And San Jose going through final instructions. Emi Ochoa, great save at 1-0. Keeping the ball between his legs on a touch from Alexis Gonzalez from a River Plate corner kick, kept his team in it, and they responded. The tying goal from Nathan Rodriguez. Emi Ochoa will be the goalkeeper for San Jose. Mateo Rashia, the goalkeeper for River Plate.
If you're San Jose and you have a player like Emi Ochoa, his length and size and presence can be very intimidating, and it forces you to be more honest and true with your shot selection and having to pick out a corner if you're River Plate.
Mateo Rashia, good size. A long walk towards goal there. The Earthquakes under 15s supporting their team. They move down behind the goal as close as they can get to the goal. And River Plate will kick first. Emi Ochoa, an opportunity to make a save. And a hug here. From one of the leaders, Augustin Rierda. It's actually San Jose kicking first. Rierda not taking the first kick. It's going to be San Jose. And a veteran, first team player, Nico Shakira, with the first opportunity for San Jose. First to conversation, referee Saul Rojas going through the rules with the goalkeepers, probably reminding them about not stepping off their lines.
If you're a goalkeeper, those are little dark arts that we've seen throughout the history of the game, where you make an amazing save, but you're 2 or 3 yards off your line, jumping half a second before.
Nico Shakira. Hearing some clapping here from Mateo Rashia, the River Plate goalkeeper. Wants the perfect placements, and we have seen the wind blowing the ball off the spot at times here this week. Looks like it's holding here for Nico Shakira. Nico Shakira for San Jose, the first penalty taker. Well-taken penalty. Mateo Rashia gets the right way, but he can do nothing about it. Nico Shakira, a well-taken penalty.
And you want that from your star man and key player to step up and go first. And when he steps up, he takes a few steps back, but it's that breath that he takes before, settles himself, and then whips it hard. And he gets it low to the goalkeeper's left. And that makes the difference. You have to go hard and low. There's nothing the goalkeeper can do about that.
Alexis Gonzalez, with the first opportunity for River Plate, had chances in this game, was dangerous. You see the care in the placement of the River Plate number 9.
Hey. Hey.
Perfect penalty from Alexis Gonzalez, sending Emi Ochoa off to the right.
And those are the most difficult ones in the modern game. You see more and more players doing the little stutter step. But as soon as he's about to strike the ball, he gets power, and he hits that with a bit of venom. Opens up his feet, sends Ochoa the wrong way, and places it to his right.
Now Cruz Medina. Cruz Medina, 2006 birth year, U.S. U17 national team player, consistently plays with the Earthquakes U23. Is a chance here in a shootout to deliver a 2-1 lead for San Jose. Medina is saved by Mateo Rashia.
And Medina, he doesn't get enough power on this. He tries to go side-footed. And before coming in this penalty kick shootout, we talked about his health, his cramps. And in those moments as a player, you don't trust yourself fully, and it shows in how he strikes the ball. I know he's going to want that back, but doesn't strike that with a ton of confidence. I think he would have opted for more power rather than placement.
Yeah, as David Goss reported, he was being treated for cramps before the shootout. A long wind-up here. Off the hit and in from Thiago Acosta. Emi Ochoa nearly with the save, but too powerful. And River Plate takes a 2-1 lead here in the shootout. Thiago Acosta, the substitute, with a well-hit penalty.
And when Acosta's running up, that hop step slows down his power and allows Ochoa, who's like a cat off his line, to come across his goal, and just too much power on that. But Ochoa will gain confidence knowing that he was that close to making the save.
Pressure-packed penalty from Alex Chow. He was excellent off the substitutes bench. Some talking here from Mateo Rashia before Chow. Chow, some talking himself back to Rashia after he converts. It's 2-2. River Plate a chance to retake the lead here with a third penalty taker.
Been really impressed with the confidence of Chow since he's come on the field in the second half. He's been a difference maker for San Jose, getting him back in the game. And that confidence shows, opens up his body. So many left-footed penalty kick takers go to their left, and he does that there.
Agustin Wierna assisted on the corner kick goal in the second minute. They'll try to hand River Plate a 3-2 lead here in the shootout. Well-taken penalty again. Ochoa guesses the right way, but nothing to do to stop that one from Agustin Wierna.
And Wierna, he's been the standout player in this match. Just the confidence. Goes across his body, tries to give the eyes, but just too much power. When it's low and hard like that, so difficult for the goalkeeper to do, no matter who you are in the world. Impossible to stop.
River Plate 3 for 3, San Jose 2 for 3. The only save off the boot of Cruz Medina, saved by Mateo Rashia. Now it's Martin Quende Jr. He's been with the Earthquakes Academy since the under 13 age group. A big wind-up here for the left winger. Martin Quende Jr. tucks it inside the bottom corner. Again, 3-3.
seen back-to-back left-footed penalty kick takers going across their body. He doesn't get enough power, a lot of power on this, but because it's low, the goalkeeper, so hard for him to get high or low on the ground to make that save. And Quende Jr. doing well to keep that on target and keeping San Jose alive.
Augustin Bustinduy, defensive midfielder, will take this penalty for River Plate. It's in! Off the crossbar and out. I thought it was in the roof of the net. It just rattled off the crossbar. And it's no goal.
And Bustinduy, he opens up his body, but he's leaning back. Whenever you're leaning back, there's a high probability of that ball either going over or hitting the bar. And now we have game on in penalty kicks.
Well, I was fooled. I thought it was in off the crossbar, roof of the net and out, but the Earthquakes players' reaction behind the bench told the story. So close for Augustin Bustinduy, but it stays 3-3. Both teams have now missed a penalty, and we're on to the fifth penalty taker. It's the captain, Nathan Rodriguez. Rodriguez converts. Excellent penalty. Russia gets the right way. And San Jose now leads 4-3. Pressure-packed penalty coming now for River Plate. And it'll be Enzo Evangelista, one of the center backs.
And Rodriguez, captain's display. He runs up, quick step, but he bends it around the goalkeeper. We've seen one penalty kick miss for both teams. And Medina, when he went to shoot that ball, he tried to place it too much. But if you're going to place it, you have to get a little bit of a bend on that. Rodriguez does that there.
He must make. It's the center back, Enzo Evangelista, for River Plate. And he does. Great penalty. Evangelista pounds the chest through 5 rounds. Each team with 4 made penalties.
And both captains stepping up for their teams. He gets some power on that. The ball knuckles a bit in the side netting. Good placement from him.
On to the 6th round. Another center back for San Jose. It's Drew Murray. Drew Murray, short wind-up against Mateo Russia. And he's over the bar. Went dead center after initially lining up to his right and could not keep it down.
We've seen players try different run-ups, but whenever you slide and try and run up to that ball, you're always going to be leaning back. Russia celebrates that. Murray's going to want that back, leaning way too far back. Because he hits that centrally, he's now trying to put too much placement and whip on it and gets it wrong.
Now a chance for the left back to win it for River Plate, Lisandro Bahu. If he converts, River Plate wins and takes the full 2 points from today's match. He hit it with a ton of power, but could not find the netting. And we move on to a 7th penalty kick.
This is the first PK that we've seen someone just lash at the ball, and Bahu lashes a bit too wild. If that goes just wide of the post.
San Jose Earthquakes under 15 team doing their best to help on the under 17s. Ethan Kohler, defensive midfielder, here in round number 7. A leader on this San Jose team, according to head coach Dan DeGeer. Still an academy player, has played with San Jose Earthquakes 2 this season. converts, and he celebrates with his younger academy teammates.
When Kohler steps up and he settles himself, slow run up to the ball, and then gives the goalkeeper the eyes. You know what it means to him, having a little bit of a go at the goalkeeper. And you love to see that. That's the competitive nature of both these teams. Both teams want to win it.
Agustin Campos, another defender to take a penalty kick for River Plate. He's the right back who started the match, and now some talking between the teams at midfield. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, Michael LaHoo.
Probably in a Boca River game. It's the only time I've ever seen something like that, where the flares are going, the fans are going, the teams are going, but never seen that in a PK competition.
Shows how much it means to both these teams. It's been a very respectful match. Nothing too chippy, nothing too dangerous in the match, but emotions run high. Now the goalkeeper's talking a bit. Does this add more pressure to the penalty taker, Agustin Campos, this long wait?
Absolutely. Whenever you have your mind made up and you have your technique made up, this gives you times to think, and thinking is not your friend when it comes to penalty kick shootouts. You'd rather just get on with it and have your shot.
It's Agustin Campos for River Plate. He must convert. And he does. Right in front of the Earthquakes under 15s. We're through 7 rounds, still undecided. We go on to an 8th round.
Campos has the crowd and everyone yelling at him, and he looks like a striker with that strike. Gets across his body and goes top of the net and back of the net.
Daniel Bautista, a substitute in this game for Dan de Geer in San Jose. 2006 born, a younger player with a pressure-packed penalty here in round number 8. And he converts. Daniel Bautista gives San Jose a 6-5 lead here in round number 8.
Bautista, one of the younger players for the San Jose team, as you said, looking like a veteran with the execution on that. So difficult to do for a young player with the pressure mounting on you, but he executes, and that's all that counts.
Now it's John Diaz, another substitute. He entered in the second half. He must convert to extend this penalty shootout. Emi Ochoa trying to make one more save for San Jose. Second time in the shootout. It's been a hand for Emi Ochoa, but too much power. And on to a 9th round here in Frisco.
This is becoming a GA Cup drama unfolding. And Emi Ochoa, he's gotten close twice. I think because he dives off of 1 foot on that attempted save. He doesn't get enough power off his dive. He dives in place. He doesn't take the step. But credit to him to get a finger on that attempted shot.
Now a chance for Giancamota, full name Giancarlo. Started the game at left back. As we enter round number 9 in the shootout. Giancamota for San Jose.
And there's something about that left-hand side for these left-footed penalty kick takers for San Jose. When you're this late in the round of shots, you start reading what the opposing goalkeeper's doing. I think San Jose have noticed the River Plate's goalkeeper's diving a lot to his left. So they're sending it to the opposite side.
Tomas Jung with the pressure pack kick. He must convert for River Plate. Off the crossbar! San Jose Earthquakes defeat River Plate in penalties, and they'll celebrate with the Earthquakes U15s.
These are the scenes you love to see. Seeing the passion, seeing the commitment of these players, and seeing what it means to their club. And if you're a young player and you're seeing players that you look up to in the academy system, this is the type of stuff that gives you confidence. And credit to San Jose, they went down a goal and they hung in the game, and it was late in the game that they got the goal to send this game into penalty kicks. And Young choosing to go for power. Second time River Plate has chosen power, and both occasions they missed their shots. And credit to Emi Ochoa, diving the right way because of his size, because of his presence. It forces Young to lean back and try to get the perfect shot. Doesn't do it there. And San Jose gets the win in penalty kicks.
A few hundred fans behind the goals, all the other games over, all the fans enjoying that. It took 9 rounds. We were close to the goalkeepers having to take penalty kicks, but San Jose survives. They take 2 points from this one to go atop Group J. River Plate takes 1 point as they'll be in second place for now in Group J. A great game at the Generation Adidas Cup. San Jose and River Plate draw 1-1. And in a penalty shootout, San Jose outlasts River Plate 7-6 for Michael LaHood. I'm Matt Peterson saying so long from the Generation Adidas Cup.